Hello everybody, welcome back to Commonwealth Flipper. Welcome to my backyard here, which you know what that means if I'm in the backyard, right? It means I'm gonna ask you what's on your playlist. So what's on your shipping playlist? You know, what's the music in the background? What's on your YouTube playlist? Mine, I have, let's see, I watched a Tennessee picker video and an old school picker video already today while I was taking some pictures, and I've been listening to stuff from all over the place because I had a pick last week, and you're gonna see this in a coming video. I got like 120, 130 CDs for 10 bucks. So I've been listening to stuff from like, I don't know, Alanis Morissette to the Beastie Boys to the Statler Brothers. It's been crazy all over the place. So tell me what's on your playlist. I want to talk about shipping today. I need your input on a couple things. I'm going to give you my input on a few things. Have a decent day of sales going out of here today, just under 500 bucks. Let's go take a look. Have 5 or 6 things that I want to pull first before we talk about shipping, but in general there are 2 topics I want to talk about in a little bit. I want your input on. The first is what can we do kind of at a small level, a grassroots level, to save ourselves some money. But the second thing is what can be done at the platform level. I want you to think about those kind of ideas. If you hear some voices outside, I was out playing with Turner a little while ago, and then he went in and got Blue Ridge Mama to play with him, and Reagan's out there, and the dog is out there, and the cats are out there, so they're having a good old time. Boston Red Sox new era hat. This one was a freebie, sold for $16 plus shipping. These, if you're new to hat selling, this is one of the ones you'll come across very often. This is a size 7, so it's a little on the small side, I guess. Although I wear 7 and an 8 maybe. $59.50 is what you want to look for these. The better ones, here you go. See, 100% wool. It is made in China. This is the pro model hat. This is what people want. And you'll find different types. The fitted ones are the $59.50s, but you'll find some that have the snapbacks and whatnot. So, at any rate, new era. It's a good hat. If you watch the Picker channel, you saw me pick this next item up not too long ago. And I put it out there for $100. I ended up taking an offer. And I think it's hard to remember everything, you know. But I think it went to a viewer. I think the name was Kevin. So there's a few of you Kevins out there, you know. I'm not positive of that, though, because there's no message. But I'm pretty sure, looking at the name there. This is slag glass. I guess, you know, I'm not a glass expert, obviously. But acro agate, and I think that is a type of slag glass, right? Am I right? Somebody can correct me down below. And these are awesome. I've sold tons of like acro agate ashtrays and stuff like that over the years. Some of them go for really good money depending on the designs. But this I've never seen. When I saw it, I knew I had to buy it. I just didn't think the prices. So many people were telling me during that sale, they're like, hey, you missed this, you missed this, you missed this. I really didn't miss much at that sale. There was a couple people that mentioned a few things that I never looked at, but they had prices on them that weren't great prices. So you had to go and find the things that they undervalued. And this was one of them. I think I got it for $5. Sold for, I think I could have waited and got the 100, but it sold for $85 plus shipping on that one. Speaking of the Picker channel, a lot of people will always tell me it drives them crazy that I'll look at things and then I'll put it back. They're like, don't put it back. Somebody's going to grab it. Well, I live in a little different market. So some of the sales I'm at, there's not that many people. It's not like there's a 3-minute rush and everything that's good is gone, like a lot of you have to deal with. The high quality stuff isn't there, but it tends to stay there a little longer than, you know, 605. And so I'll do that because I eventually use it as a negotiating method, I guess I call it, where if I don't like the price of something, I'll throw something else in that I've already got in mind to throw in. Or at the end of a deal, you know, can I have this for $1 or whatever? And it pays for everything kind of thing. That's not exactly what we did here, but it's kind of what we did. It was in that Hog Heaven sale. There's the ladder again, y'all. Let me go up here and grab it. Although, I might want to leave. No, actually, I think 2 of them sold. Might have to do one in a minute. This right here, I saw at a sale. That Harley parts sale, if you remember. Uh-oh, the Noid's going to fall over. Hold on. There we go. I think the Noid is going to stay up there. I'm going to avoid falling on my face. No pun intended. Actually, that's not true. Pun was intended. So, This one right here, I saw it, I'm like, that thing's gonna be a good little throw-in on this deal, and I forgot about it until I was walking away, and then she gave it to me. I'm like, sweet. These right here, and they're brand new, obviously, in the package, but the little mugs have some value themselves, but with the Santa plush cow inside, I'm like, that's gonna be good. I think I ended up putting a 5% off offer on it or something. I can't remember. Somebody made an offer, but sold for $16 plus shipping. And it was a freebie, and I got 2 of them, so we'll end up making, you know, almost 30 bucks, not quite. Profit on those 2 deals right there. Y'all see Reagan out there? Looks like she's about ready to hit. Turner has to pitch. Oh, hey, there's Pepper too. All right, we have the NWO sticker sold. We haven't sold one of these in a little while. And we normally sell them for 10. I think this one was $9.50 because I put a 5% offer on a few things to get some things out the door. So that one right there went to a viewer, and we picked these up for next to nothing. We're not making a ton of money, not as much as we used to before they raised that first class shipping, but we're making some. And this one went to Josh. Thanks for sending the offer, he says. See, I just told you I sent the offer. I saw these when you found them in Tennessee. He says he's a big wrestling guy, and he used to love those Monday Night Wars, so he had to grab one. So he's going to put it on his car. That's awesome, Josh. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy it. A lot of times I will pick out an item, and I'll prove to you why it's worth my time by charting it out, by taking it all into account and showing you the profit. Here, I'm going to do just the opposite. I'm going to show you why this was not worth it, and then I'll explain why I bought it. So here you go, right here. This toothbrush. I paid $1 for it. The $8 came in, free shipping. Now, I had it listed for 10. I took an offer for 8 because I thought it was a viewer, and I still think it is, but I can't remember for sure. So, at any rate, $8 came in, cost of $1. Fees are actually fees and the cost of what I'm going to ship it in, which is maybe even a combo box. So, actually, I have another box over there I'll use. It'll ship out at the 8-ounce rate. So the fees plus the shipping material, $3.81 in shipping, which of course is higher than it used to be. This would be over $2 profit. It still wouldn't be worth it, but profit of $1.88. So definitely not really worth the time. But I bought this because the person whose yard sale I was at was a viewer. And then I felt bad, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I better find something I can buy and make $1 on, and I couldn't. And this, right, well, probably because it's a viewer, right? If you can make $1 on it, they were keeping it for themselves. And I found this, and I'm like, hey, I can make $1 or $2 on this. And that's about what we made. I was, you know, if it was listed for 10, I'd make more like $3.50, and that might not be worth it either. But that's why I bought that right there. All right, so I could talk about shipping forever. It's one of the things that intrigues me. I've made many different videos about it. My opinions have changed over time, and now they're starting to change again. And it's because the new shipping prices for the post office, UPS, FedEx has tried to keep theirs lower. They're becoming more competitive in markets that they didn't used to be competitive in. What I mean by markets is weight. So if it used to be for me, if I could put it in a 12 by 12 by 8, the chances were, not always, but chances were that it would be cheaper to send it through the post office and certainly more convenient for me. But that has started to change. It's under 5 pounds is not dominated, in my opinion, anymore by the post office. Their prices are becoming prohibitive to some places, especially things that, you know, that are far away, but even some closer things. And so I've literally packaged things up lately in the number 7 box. If y'all aren't familiar, maybe some of you aren't resellers, this is the number 7 box right here, 12 by 12 by 8. And that thing right there used to be, I used to package VCRs in those things, and I would do a Frankenbox and put another one with it. I have a video about that too, because I could ship it cheaper using priority mail to areas that were close to me. And now things are changing. And of course, you know, first class rates have gone up. Everything's gone up, right? I've made one adjustment myself, and I wonder if you've been making this adjustment as well. I've been checking to see on eBay whether or not I'm going to do UPS or FedEx or the post office on items that I used to just guarantee it, and I would package them up first. So now I'm checking first, so if I know it's going UPS, I'm not going to use a priority mailbox. That means I'm also trying to find boxes when I'm out and about that I'm going to use that because these are free boxes, but I don't want to pay for large boxes because that kind of negates the money you're saving if you're paying $1.50, $2 for a box. So those are just a couple things I'm trying to do. I'm collecting more boxes because more and more stuff, for me anyways, is going UPS. Some of it, FedEx is even beating the post office more often than not on some items that they used to not beat them on. Now, I've been doing UPS and FedEx for a long time, and they have beat them, but it's usually on bigger and heavier items, and that number's dropping. Are you experiencing the same thing out there? Let me know in the comments. And then I want to ask one other question that I don't really have the answer for, but I have some thoughts on, and that is, what at the platform level can be done? Is eBay using their influence enough to create better products with shipping companies? You know, I know Amazon does this. I know Mercari, well, I don't know if they do this or not, but, you know, Mercari and Facebook have a different shipping method. Is that the method that eBay should be going to? What platforms are doing the most? Is there any innovation out there that needs to take place that you can think of? That, you know, some investment in certain things to keep these costs down? You know, even the boxes themselves, I always buy these small boxes. And I buy these because I'm shipping first class, and the free ones from the post office aren't going to work to ship first class because they don't give you free boxes unless you're doing priority mail. But these box prices are going up for a lot of reasons, but inflation and then the shipping costs to get the box to me. So my cost for the material I use to ship is going up, plus the shipping costs are going up as well. And I know a lot of you experience that. I'm not complaining. What I'm trying to say is, are there answers out there? Are the competitive markets, you know, FedEx, UPS? I'm really pleased. I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, the last time the post office bumped their prices up last Q4, UPS and FedEx did too. And I don't think I see that this time. So you let me know out there what you're seeing out there, what adjustments you're making. I've heard a lot lately in the comments about it, but I just want to make it an issue for the show today. So tell me in the comments. Last show I said I was going to open up some things that got sent to the P.O. box, and I forgot. So we're doing one today. Mac from Max Market 326 on eBay. And he sent back an Inaman. He said, I already had one. I just bought another one to support the effort to get the new shed. So he said he's going to send it back and we should auction it off again. He says he should have used Buy Me a Coffee instead. And this ashtray here, he says he's had a hard time selling the owl ashtray. So he said he'd send it to the Ashtray King. So I guess that's what we'll do. We'll try and do that. Mac, that is incredibly generous of you. We will somehow, whenever we have this generosity towards us, we try to push it in another direction as well. So we will, of course, add this to our auctions, and maybe kind of in your name here, we'll do a charity one coming up for something else. So Mac, very kind of you. Thank you so very much. If you remember the video from last week, we were talking about media mail and return to sender, because you have to pay for that apparently. Although a lot of people have told me you have to pay, but their post office never charges them for it. Most return to sender you don't, but apparently media mail you do. This is what was returned. So this sold pretty quick after I relisted it. It went to Sandy, but not the Sandy who typically buys. I think she bought some later in the show. Longtime viewer, Rags1602. I'm a reseller too, learn lots from you. My store is Padiddles? I think I got that right. Silly, I know, but it is a fun word. I agree. Love hearing your history lessons and when you go off topic. Thank you, I think. I like that. The collection of books is a Christmas... Oh, this reminds me of something. Christmas gift for my hubby. He's retired Navy and loves the Civil War history. Thank him for his service for me. Thanks for the videos. I always look forward to the next one, Sandy. Sandy, thank you. I appreciate that very much. I hope he enjoys them for Christmas. And that brings up a topic I wanted to say, because somebody else mentioned it. A few people, when they bought the IKEA bags, they're like, hey, don't mention my name, whatever. I bought this for my wife or whatever, or my husband for Christmas. And that reminded me of, because I made a list, you know, we all make lists, Christmas lists around here. And I didn't make an actual list. I just told her what I wanted. I'm like, hey, I need this, this, and this. And I'm like, man, like 75% of what I want is reselling stuff. And I made a video last year about what to buy the reseller in your life for Christmas or something. I don't even remember what the heck it was called, but... And a lot of people, you know, Rolo printers and stuff. Hey, by the way, we have, it's shameless plug after a shameless plug, I know, a link to the Rolo printer, and a lot of you have been buying that lately, so that's very kind of you. Now I'm off topic. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Well, oh, Christmas gifts. And so maybe I'll find that video and post it up. But I want you to know, because I haven't even watched that video since I did that. But is there anything out there that's on your Christmas list that is a reseller item that you just have, besides the Animan, of course? Is there something out there that you really want to help your reselling business, but maybe you've told your spouse or your kids or something about? Let me know what that item is, and maybe I'll check into it. There's a few things I want. I'm always wanting something, but it's usually for resale. All right, I had to grab this one without y'all watching it because this thing is really heavy. I couldn't get it out of the bin it was in with the camera in my hand. So here you go, liquid stainless steel. If you remember from last year, we went to a sale and we handed out $100 bills at a couple different things. And we gave, at this particular sale, we made some hard bargains. This lady wouldn't budge on anything. And I'm like, man, just budge a little bit here. And we ended up grabbing this thing and a few other things, and we made some pretty good money on them. Enough to be able to be generous to her and to, I think it was her mother that was there. And we ended up giving them a $100 bill after we made the deal. And they were like, man, that was pretty cool. So got this one at that sale. And this one sold for, I think, out the door for $73. So, I don't know. I mean, think about this. I don't know if I would do this, but stainless steel paint kit. So you paint your refrigerator and make it look stainless steel? I don't know. Has anybody ever done that? That seems a little bit... Well, I guess they're selling it. What the heck? Hopefully I don't get a return. Made a sale from the Motherload sale, which we're doing really well on here. 720 in, 1533 out. Look at all those games. Yes, I still haven't touched the handhelds. I'm so behind in listing. I'm going to have to start a Lonnie board or something. I have to do something, get me back on track. I've been, you know, vacation here, 2 days off here, working trip here. Just can't quite get in a groove. I need to here pretty quick. So, Tack, Great Juju Challenge, $8.50 I think, plus shipping, which is not quite $7 profit, so I rounded down to $6. That puts us at $15.33 so far. Had a viewer tell me how dumb I was for not shipping video games media mail, and so let me say two things about that. One is they're not media mail, and two is it really doesn't save, it saves you a little bit, I suppose, but that first class 4-ounce rate, you might as well just go ahead and ship it first class, because you know, it's not worth the difference in the money to have the person wait that long. This, on the other hand, is media mail. I might have to take 2 trips here, but I'll give you an idea. Look at all the NCIS down there. This is all going to be pure profit at this point. This went to a viewer, and the next 3 sales all went to the same viewer, so I gotta not forget to get those. But this is NCIS, $52. I think this is media mail for sure. And I bought a whole box full of seasoned stuff, and some of that stuff's good and some of it isn't. So you got to be careful what you're buying. Don't just think, you know, every single season out there is great. Somebody tell me in the comments if you've been selling a lot lately. Give us a couple season bolos down there. Like, not season, but TV series. Because some are great and some aren't good. A lot of times it depends on what is on which of the streaming services. It's getting harder and harder to find things that aren't on streaming services these days. But if you can find them and it's the only place you can get them is in DVD format, then those usually sell pretty good. It took me a minute to find this one, y'all. You don't know because it seems like half a second, but I couldn't find the other cow. Like, here it is. And these up here don't have a SKU, so sometimes I get confused. Let me put old Batman back up there. So this went to Sandy as well. I think it was, I can't remember, $15 plus shipping. And one more thing. It was those stickers from the Cars buy, which was pretty cool. And it was those God Bless America bumper stickers. And we're going to grab 5 of them. I think it's $9.50 is what she paid. She left a message for us. I think that's 5 of them. So I put some in my booth and I put some on eBay. So 1, I think that's 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. That's on your way to you, Sandy. Thank you. Let me read your message. She says, "Hey, Mr. Commonwealth Picker, it's Sandy again. And I'm not going to read the whole thing, Sandy, but you have been very supportive. You're always watching the shows. Thank you so much. You're buying from us. Very kind of you." And she says that I'm also your favorite. I'm your favorite viewer and your favorite buyer. She loves buying. So Thank you. Keep being you, and hugs to your family. Be safe. Sandy, thank you. And we hope you enjoy all those things. Here's a little thing I want to mention really quick. And you didn't ask for a discount. But if you ever do have somebody that buys multiple things and asks for a discount, make sure one of them is not a media mail thing. Because what happens is you end up shipping one thing that is media with something that isn't media, and then you can't ship them together media. So that's just something to think of. So I'll total them up, and I'll figure out how much you paid in shipping compared to what we're sending out, and we'll send you a discount. So thank you, Sandy. We appreciate it. Talk about shipping eating up all the profits here. You know, I do a lot of low profit items because they're multiples. But this one is pretty bad. I think out the door just under 10 bucks, I think. And I bought it for $2. And I bought tons of them, right? And I've made some pretty good money because some of them sold for a higher price earlier. See, $2 right there. And, you know, with the new shipping, I'm just making a couple of bucks on this thing. So I wouldn't have bought these again. But a lot of these that I did buy back here, we're making pretty darn good money on. And we've sold over half of them. Hey, we got a homeschool hustler here with us. You just got a haircut. Did Blue Ridge Rama give you a haircut? Yeah, it looks pretty good, bud. Looking all slick with them glasses. Hey, you got a couple of sales. What'd you sell?
Chick Hicks.
Chick Hicks? Which one is Chick Hicks? That one's Chick Hicks?
It's like a launch and race thing.
Launch and race? Yeah. Do you like Chick Hicks?
Yeah.
Yeah? I thought he was like the nemesis, the bad guy.
He is, but he's like hilarious.
He's like the bizarro Kevin that you see in my videos, the opposite guy. You know, always getting the deals.
Yeah.
And he's got, do you know, when I bought this stuff and when I did the thumbnail for that video, I put ka-chow in the thumbnail. What's his saying? Do you know his saying?
Kachiga or
Kachiga.
To like make up another word.
Yeah,
like,
just so he's not Lightning McQueen, huh?
Yeah, to like make up, like, to make fun of Lightning saying.
Yep, that's over $12.95 plus shipping. How about that one? Who are these guys?
I don't know. Snot Rod and someone.
Boost. It says Boost and Snot Rod.
Yeah, I have Boost.
You remember them? They're tuners. I don't even know what that means. Does that mean they play music or something?
Yeah, they do play music.
And if I remember, they were following Mac when he was. The whole movie wouldn't have happened without these two guys, if I remember right. I think that's right, because they get him to go off track into Radiator Springs or something like that.
No, that's Lightning. Because he like falls asleep in the truck, and Mac is falling asleep, so he doesn't know that like the thing opened on the back because he was so sleepy.
All right. Well, hey, this apparently is a fairly rare one, I guess. There's some of the better ones we're selling here. $25 plus shipping for that one. So definitely, Turner, enough for you to do what?
Save $2, donate $2, and spend $2.
All right, buddy.
Bye.
The Inaman auction for today went to Christina, and we're going to read your message. All right, she says, aloha from Hawaii. Can't believe I finally won one of these things. So excited that I won one, and I hope it gets things moving in my eBay and Mercari stores. I'm a new seller on eBay, and so far I think I'm doing pretty good, she says, for a beginner, and hope to do better. So you're a beginner on eBay, but not on Mercari. It's what it sounds like here. Hope to do better now with the Inaman. Mahalo. Mercari stores are $808. eBay is Christina Parisa. Christina, thank you. All the way in Hawaii. I gotta go to Hawaii. I know. Do they have yards? A lot of yard sales. I know there's some thrifting out there, but how about yard sales? Let me know in the comments. Just two things in here sold today. Mary Kay, what do you know? Surprise, surprise. $9 plus shipping for this loose powder translucent. You don't care. This one you might care about because this is cool stuff, right? So you saw me buy a ton of ornaments, like 50 cents a bag. And this one has its own little bag, apparently. So I think I paid $1 for it. It says right there $1. Although we bundled, so maybe a little less. So for $10 plus shipping, it's Dorothy. It's Kurt Adler. That's a name you'll see on ornaments often. 1999. So, I don't know. Nothing amazing, just kind of cool. I think this one went to a viewer. Glennis, I remember that because I thought of Glenda, the good witch, you know. Glennis, and I'm like, I can remember that. Pretty cool. Dorothy and Toto, there's no place like home. The 2x4 by, I can't even think of it. 2x5x7 box is the box that's perfect for something that's long and thin like that. And it's probably just small enough of a box that you can protect it and keep it under, and that's not very heavy, probably under the 4-ounce rate. I hope anyways. And so there's an example of when you have the right box for shipping, it actually saves you some money. You know, even though you're buying the box for 20 cents, 25 cents or whatever, if it's saving you 40 cents, then you know, okay, we'll take it.
I just wanted to come on here and say that we're doing all the work and Commonwealth Picker isn't helping us.
Aww.
So
he's busy
upstairs,
doing something
yeah.
upstairs though, right? We're getting a pretty good start though, right?
Yeah, there's still a bunch left.
There's still a bunch left.
Yeah.
It's fun packing these pretty colors though.
And also, I think I forgot to do a joke last time. So the joke is, what type of bats fly around a school?
What type of bats fly around a school? I don't know.
Alphabats.
Ha ha ha. So corny.
So I saw Pepper out there trying to murder a grasshopper. Were you trying to murder a grasshopper? It's just a grasshopper. She's mad. She wants to go get it. Poor little thing. Anyway, I just want to say thank you. I forgot. I usually mention the shipping table earlier. So Rob, Amber, Christina, thank you very much for getting the plans for the shipping table over at CommonwealthPicker.com, and to Jerry Ann and Kristen from Louisiana. My grandmother, not the one I talk about often. This grandmother has passed. She grew up in Louisiana, and so I want to make a trip down there at some point in the next couple of years. Give me some good garage sales. See, you know, how late do they go in Louisiana garage selling? What's a good time to go down there and do that? I'd love to do it for sure. So I gotta let Pepper out. I just want to say thanks to everybody. They bought Jerry Ann and Kristen, 10 pieces of the shed. BuyMeACoffee.com/Commonwealth. Thank you all very much for joining us today and every day. And don't forget to leave some comments below about shipping, if you don't mind, and some reselling gifts. What are some good gifts out there besides that roller printer and the all right, enough of the shameless plugs today. Seriously though, thank you all for joining us, and we can't wait to see you next time.